Aloha from Hawaii. I'm Sean, and today I'm going to show you how to replace the grind fan on the Breville Smart Grinder Pro. It's the same part and same procedure if you need to replace the grind fan on your Breville Barista Express. Let's get right into it. It's pretty quick, it's pretty easy, and it doesn't require a whole lot of tools or expertise. The part we're replacing today is the grind fan assembly for the Smart Grinder Pro, the Breville or Sage Smart Grinder Pro BCG820 series. It's a different part from that in the original Smart Grinder, the non-Pro edition, which has an all-plastic grind fan. This is a metal reinforced plastic grind fan. It is, however, the same part as you will find on the Barista Express. The part number is SP0001576. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the grinder, though that's not absolutely essential. The only tool I'm going to really need is a 10mm socket of some sort, just anything that will remove a 10mm dome nut. I'm going to rinse and wipe the hopper. Got some coffee beans in here. I'm going to wash this, and I think I'll vacuum this out. Another thing you could do, in fact, let's do this. I'm going to clean this with white rice. I'm going to run white rice through here. Good idea to do every now and then. And it cleans all that rancid, oily coffee residue off of there. After that, you generally want to run a little bit of coffee through to make sure there's no rice flour left in your grinder. But we'll do that after the procedure. Now, I'm also going to vacuum this out, but if you do vacuum it, it's important to do that before you disassemble the burr assembly, because you don't want to vacuum up that felt washer. If you need the part number for the felt washer and want to know the procedure, there's another video on my page. Now the upper burr, you just twist it and take it off, and this, like I said, can be just washed in the sink with soap and water. To get to the lower burr assembly, that's when you're going to need this little 10mm socket. Important point here, it's reverse threaded. Normally we go righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. This we turn right to loosen. So it's the opposite of what you expect. We go clockwise to remove this. I'm going to remove three things here. I'm going to remove the dome nut. I use a little magnet here. You don't absolutely need to do this. Then I'm going to remove two washers. One's a lock washer and one's just a flat washer. Now I'm going to remove the lower burr assembly. The lower, this is it. And again, I'm going to just wash this with soap and water before I put it back together. All right, you know what? I'm going to vacuum this one more time, but while the grind fan is in there. You don't want to vacuum after the grind fan's been removed, because that's when you're at risk of losing your felt washer. So these parts are not magnetic. Otherwise it would be great if I could just pull it out using this magnet. Just these little 2 grommets in there are magnetic. Not enough to really pull it out that way. So like I said, use a long screwdriver or some chopsticks, a pair of scissors, tweezers, whatever, a couple of pens. Just, some people make a big deal about it. Some of the YouTube videos I hear, people are spending several minutes trying to get this part off. It's really not rocket surgery. Okay, so today it is. I just have to get it up. And I'm being careful not to damage this felt washer that's in there. Now, I do not need to remove the felt washer today because the grind fan just goes right back on top of it. Now, there's still some coffee in there. I want to give it just the gentlest blast of compressed air. I want to be careful not to damage or dislodge the felt washer, so I'm going to try and do this very gently. And it's going to make a mess because coffee dust is going to go all over my counter. I make sure that felt washer goes back on there. Okay. So now I'm going to take my new part. So you could see it's not a perfectly round hole here. So it's going to fit on that post, and that's going to be able to turn this. It's important this goes all the way on there. And it's on there. Now the next part that's going to go back on is going to be this lower burr assembly. It's got these 2 little holes on here that correspond to the little pegs on the grind fan. You gotta make sure you're sitting right on the holes. Pretty easy to do, you'll feel it. Give it a little turn until, yep, then I felt it fall into there. And we're gonna put these washers in here, both of them, flat washer, lock washer, the little nut that screws on backwards, left to tighten. Gonna get it hand tight and then just a little bit just to flatten out that lock washer. I don't want to over tighten it. Just till I feel the resistance. Now I'm gonna replace my upper burr assembly, which I said I was gonna clean, but I'll probably just do it later. I'll line up the arrow with where it says align. Give it a twist to the right, go clockwise, and I'm done. Now remember, I used some rice to clean this, so I'm going to want to clean that out, wipe it out, run some coffee grinds through here. But other than that, I'm done. And that was it.